Grand Rising, everyone. I decided to go live right now. I know it's super early and people probably aren't up, but this is just in case anybody. It's my normal time when I normally get online and stuff. I normally get up early in the morning and post a little bit, talk about a little bit of stuff. Look at me looking at my ponytail. I ain't even paying attention. I normally get up, post a couple things, stuff like that. Well, I'm going live to make this video to say I deleted my Facebook and my Instagram. No. But no, for real. I deleted my Instagram and my Facebook now. One thing I'll say about Facebook is it's permanently deleted. Like, I can't see myself trying to log back into a Facebook or even caring to log back into a Facebook. Like, I don't know. I don't know why Facebook annoys me out of like all of the social medias. But Instagram, I don't know. I might reactivate my Instagram, and Instagram don't have a permanent delete. They only have a kind of like a deactivation, and then if you ever log back in, it'll pop back up. But if you never log back in, it won't pop back up. So, well, at least that's all I know for right now. That's what's happening. So, I made this video just in case anybody was looking for me, which, as much attention as people don't pay me when I'm talking about important stuff, I doubt anybody's looking for me. People only be looking for me when I'm talking shit. Like, on Facebook, I literally only get interactions. I only get people actually talking to me and stuff like that when I am talking junk. Like, if I'm sitting there talking about people or if I don't always be talking about people. I just want to let y'all know I'm not like be meanly talking about people, but like if I'm doing a rant or I'm in a bad mood and I'm talking about something, then I get tons of followers. I get tons of people looking at my Facebook and stuff. But when I'm posting stuff about like real shit, like, I'm posting good advice, or like I post my my podcast daily. Like, I have a positive podcast that I literally post every day, and that'll get like 1 or 2 likes, 1 share, and that's pretty much it. But if it's something negative, like if I post something that I feel is negative, it gets tons of love and likes and attention and interactions, and everybody and their dog wants to respond to me or give me their 2 cents. And yeah, I don't know, I'm over it. Like, I just got over it. Like, I woke up in the morning, I didn't pre-think this. I didn't say, oh yeah, I'm gonna wake up this morning. It was actually yesterday morning, but I didn't say I'm gonna wake up in the morning, delete my Facebook. It wasn't my plan yesterday. It's just one of those things that happen. And with the way 2020 going, when something pulling you to do it, just do it. Like, that's just like, that's how I'm feeling about 2020. When something pulls me to do whatever it is, I take the time to do it. Now, yesterday was my first day without Instagram or Facebook, which those are the 2 that I use the most. I still have a Twitter, but I hardly use my Twitter. Anybody that follows me on Twitter knows that. I, of course, still have this YouTube, and I don't post as much as I need, like as much as I used to and stuff like that. So, that's something I'll get back into. But to me, I just feel better focusing on a YouTube or something like that, because it doesn't, I don't know, people can give me their opinions and stuff here too. People could turn around and be negative on here too, and then I'll just get rid of this shit too. You know what I mean? Like, not like that, but like, I don't know. Like, people are so negative. Like, people are so fucking negative, and I feel like Facebook was just like, for me, like, also, it was one of them things that, like, without even thinking about, I would just scroll. Like, I'd be chilling and mind my business, and then I'd be like, even when I don't even care, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not even scrolling anything. In fact, the last couple times I've scrolled, it's been nothing. I keep refreshing. And I had watched this movie on Netflix called, I think it's called The Great Dilemma, or I think that's what it's called. I'm gonna look since I'm near my TV. I'm gonna look to see what it's called. But I had watched this documentary on Netflix. It was basically about social media and like how social media basically is bad, but not necessarily all the way bad. But yeah, it was. I will say watching the show or the documentary, I'm shocked I didn't get rid of my social media sooner. But there are some, like, what was keeping me from deleting my social media all this time was like, I use it to promote my music, to promote my art, to promote different things that I got going on. I got my podcast and stuff like that. So that's why, like, I didn't get rid of Twitter. Twitter is my largest following. Um, I just don't use it that much, so I'm hoping that following is still there. But yeah, so yeah, now Twitter has stories now, so that could be fun. My Twitter name is Einaj the Dragon. I don't have Twitter even on my phone. That's how much I don't use Twitter anymore. But I still have a Twitter, so I'm going to probably utilize that to promote stuff, to promote my stuff. But I mean, a lot of people still use Twitter, so that's where I'm not. That's where I'm not like, oh, I'm missing out on a certain people. I'm missing out on people or whatever. Like, honestly, with me sharing it on my timeline every day, I don't feel like it was making that much of a difference in my numbers. So, yeah, I'll just have to promote through here. I actually have, starting at the beginning of the year, going to start doing affirmations on here, so y'all won't even have to go to the podcast, but you can still listen to the podcast if, like, you're in your car or something like that. So that's something that I had planned on doing. It's early in the morning. I'm not sleepy right now, but I just woke up. So I'm trying to see if it's called The Great Dilemma. So far, I'm not seeing it pop up on my thing. And that noise y'all probably hearing is I got a little heater because it's cold. And I don't want to turn on the big heat to, like, burn up everybody in the house because I'm the only person that's awake. So I don't want to have everybody else sweating in their beds. What? Oh, I put a space. Okay. You know, I hate using remotes to type in words. It's like one of the biggest pet peeves of mine. Because I just feel like I always forget to push something. Like, did I get my space? They won't give me my space. But I'm just trying to look up this thing to see if it's called The Great Dilemma or not. Or maybe it's called The Social Dilemma. I think it's called The Social Dilemma because The Great Hack was another. That's what I'm getting them both mixed up. I think it's called The Social Dilemma because The Great Hack was similar, talking about how social media, how different groups and stuff are using our social media against us and stuff. So, that one was actually pretty good. Let's see. Haha, yeah, there it goes. It is called, okay, so I'm gonna turn my can I turn this camera around? Oh yeah, I can. So here we go. It's that movie right there called The Social Dilemma. That one is the one that I watched that I felt like, was pretty good, and it was about social media. And then The Great Hack, I'm sorry, I'm holding this and I'm zoomed in, so it's real shaky. But yeah, The Great Hack and Social Dilemma, those were two documentaries that kind of, like, I watched these a while ago and it inspired me to be like, yo, what am I doing on social media? Like, what am I doing? Why am I here? What am I doing? What is my purpose? Why am I doing this? Um, I do feel like it's important that I stick around on some social medias because I think it's important, like my podcast and stuff like that, my positivity when I am being positive and stuff like that. I do feel like that's important. So I'm not gonna stop the podcast, and I'm not gonna stop I'm not reporting it, but promoting it through, like I said, Instagram. Even if that's the only post I have on Instagram, I'm gonna continue that. I did delete my Facebook fan page. I was really shocked. That was the biggest thing that was keeping me on social media, was my fan page. I mean, not on social media, but on Facebook personally. Because, like, Facebook get on my nerves, okay? People, I have a love-hate relationship with social media because it's like, I'm happy that it gives certain people a voice that necessarily didn't have one. Of course, I'm happy that it gives me a voice in a space where people don't really, people didn't really listen to me, or, like that when I was younger. Where I'm at locally, nobody's ever really paid me much attention. Majority of my followers that actually interact with me and actually are good um, good people that I met on the internet, or, like, I hate to say it like that, but, like, like the good things or the good people I've met through social media, I feel like I can still reach them without having to subject myself to Facebook. Um, so yeah, I don't know exactly how I'm gonna make that work, but I'm sure I can figure it out because I don't really care to have a Facebook again. But I might be able to start one where it's just connected to, like, my Instagram, maybe. I don't know. I ain't even think about that. I'm not even worried about that. Just because, like I said, it's just been too much. Not to mention having every social media makes me feel like I'm too easily accessible. Like, it's like people will call me, and if I don't answer or something like that, they'll automatically jump to social media and then start to bug me on there. Like, if I ignored your phone call, what makes you think I want to talk to you on Instagram or on Facebook? Like, I'm not in the mood to talk, and I think having every social media kind of just puts me in this space where, like, people feel like I'm available because my little green dot is online or some shit like that. And I'm not gonna front, like, especially with Instagram, I was using a lot of different things that, like, would look at people's stories and like people's stuff and stuff like that. So people would think I was watching them or looking at their stuff and I wasn't, or they would think I was awake and I wasn't, and, like, people would still, like, message me and all this stuff. Well, your green dot is on. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. like, I mean, message me one time. If I ain't wrote back within that green dot being on and you messaged me, if I never wrote back, why would you keep messaging me? And it's like 2-3 o'clock in the morning, like. So it was just too much. It was just too freaking much. I'm not gonna be one of them prudes that's, like, judging everybody else that still has social media, because y'all have it for your own reasons. And I wasn't gonna get rid of Facebook because a lot of family and friends that have moved far away and stuff like that was still on my Facebook. But I'm at the point, like, 2020 has taught me, like, people that give a fuck are gonna reach out to you. They don't need social media. They'll reach out to you personally. And yeah, that's just how I feel. I don't, like, y'all gonna have to find me. I've had the same phone number for a long time. I've had the same emails for a long time. I've had all of this for a while, that I do have. So you should be able to find me outside of Facebook and Instagram. And if you can't find me outside of Facebook and Instagram, then it's probably not in your best interest to find me. But yeah, that's how I feel. So let me know in the comment section below how you feel about social media. I know that YouTube does count as a social media, but I just feel like not as there are a lot of people that produce videos, but it's not. I don't know. It's a lot of people that produce videos, but I just feel like it's a little less. Mm, mm. I don't know if this thing tells y'all when I'm online or not. I mean, of course when I go live, but when I'm just like scrolling YouTube, I don't think people know that I'm online and shit like that. And let's hope it stays that way. I don't know if it does, but let's hope YouTube doesn't change that, because that's one of the things I just could not stand. And I would turn it off. Facebook's was fucked up because, like, even if you turn it off, it will be like you have to turn it off on every computer or every little thing you've ever logged into for it to say that you're offline. Like, it was stupid. I don't know if that makes sense, but it was weird. Like, because I had it logged in on my tablet, then my tablet died. Like, I couldn't put it on the charger or nothing. My tablet had died, and I couldn't log out of Facebook Messenger, and so it was, my green bubble was still green bubbling. Like, even when I tried to turn off the green bubble altogether, it was still there because I was still logged in on my on my tablet. So after that, I just really got annoyed with Facebook and shit, and I kept getting reported for shit. Like, people kept reporting me. Um, People kept reporting me every time I talked about baby mamas. And I get it, I ain't got no kids, so maybe that's why the baby mama coalition was like, oh, bitch, we is not about to let you sit up here and bash baby mamas. You ain't got no kids. We is not about to let you talk like that. Girl, bye. No, we are not. You are not allowed. So I feel like that's another reason why I kept getting flagged, but I kept getting flagged for shit. I kept getting put in Facebook jail, and I wasn't even hardly talking about anything. Literally, I wasn't. The times that I've been sent to Facebook jail. One time I've been sent to Facebook jail for saying mines, like M-I-N-E, and then an S at the end. I know that's incorrect. I understand that it's incorrect English. I was saying it to piss people off. Because, like, it was this meme going around where people was like, mines is not a word. And I'm like, well, I'm still saying it that way. But yeah, somebody reported my post for hate speech, and Facebook actually was like, oh, okay. It's so crazy because when people report me, I always end up having to deal with the consequences. But it's like, it's tons of pages that I feel like I've reported and stuff like that for hate speech, and they have not gotten any kind of trouble or anything. So I don't know. That's my biggest reason of wanting to leave Facebook and Instagram. It's like I keep getting flagged and put in Facebook jail and shit like that for stuff that I don't even feel like was worth it. And so I gotta go, because I feel like people diss single women all the time. People diss women that don't have children all the time, and they don't get flagged for hate speech. So yeah, these are my feelings. It's early in the morning. I do have to get off here so I can make sure I get my podcast up and everything. It's not a Dragon Tuesday. I meant to go live yesterday. I didn't even know yesterday was Tuesday. I don't even know what today is right now. I think it's Wednesday. I was told earlier that it was Wednesday, but yeah, it's just a mess. All the days are kind of like jumbling together and stuff. But yeah, so I'll be on here more. Sometimes I get paid attention on here, not much. But we'll see what happens.